Hi, boys and girls. It's Mrs. D. Simone, and this week's story is called Splat the Cat Sings Flat. Splat the cat goes to cat school. Splat likes to take Seymour. Seymour is Splat's pet mouse. Seymour rides in Splat's hat. One morning, Splat's teacher had big news. She asked all the cats to sit on the big red mat. Seymour sat in Splat's hat. "All of you will sing on Parents' Night," said Mrs. Wimpledimple. "If your singing is loud, your parents will be proud." "Will lots of parents be there?" asked Splat. "Yes, all the parents," said Mrs. Wimpledimple. "Gloop," said Splat. Splat's tail wiggled wildly. Splat was worried. Splat was shy. "I can't sing," said Splat. "Can you meow?" asked his teacher. "I forget how to meow too," said Splat. "Can you hum?" asked his teacher. "I even forget how to hum," said Splat. "That's okay, Splat," said Mrs. Wimpledimple. "I will help you sing. We will all help you sing." Mrs. Wimpledimple sang first. "La, la, la," she sang. The cats on the mat began to sing, all except for Splat. "Now try, Splat," said Mrs. Wimpledimple. Splat opened his mouth, but nothing came out. "You can do it, Splat," said his teacher. Splat tried harder, but all that came out was just a little squeak. Splat looked at Seymour. Seymour was brave. He was a mouse in a room full of cats. Splat could be brave too. Splat opened his mouth. "La!" Splat sang. The note was loud, it was long, but it was very flat. The cats on the mat went wild. Splat was not trying to be funny, but he was funny anyways. "Sing just like that," said Mrs. Wimpledimple. "You will be a star with the mouse in his hat." "Maybe," said Splat. Splat went home after school. "What if I forget my part?" Splat asked his mom and dad. "You won't forget," they said to Splat. "Maybe I will forget," said Splat. Splat put Seymour on his head. Splat's tail wiggled and Seymour jiggled. Splat sang, "La!" The note still came out flat. "Maybe I won't forget," said Splat. Soon it was Parents' Night, and all the parents came to Splat's classroom. The class stood on a big red mat. "Let's begin," said Mrs. Wimpledimple. The class started to sing. "La, la, la," sang the cats. But Splat just stayed quiet. He waited for his turn. Mrs. Wimpledimple gave Splat a nod. Splat was ready. Seymour jumped onto Splat's head. Seymour was ready too. Splat's tail wiggled wildly. He opened up his mouth very wide. "La!" sang Splat. The note was flat, and it was very flat and very loud. He opened his mouth even wider. "La!" sang Splat, and he opened his mouth as wide as he could. "La!" sang Splat, and he fell off the mat. "Splat!" The class giggled, the parents laughed, and Splat laughed the loudest of all. "You were the star," said Splat's mom. "We are very proud of you," said Splat's dad. "Splat was the cat's meow," said Mrs. Wimpledimple. Splat was happy. "Guess what?" said Splat. I didn't forget to sing flat. I forgot to be shy. Mom and Dad hug Splat. We love our cat who sings flat. And boys and girls, that's the end of the story. So what I would like for you to do this week is to draw yourself with Splat and Seymour. So this is Splat right here, and this is Seymour. So you're going to draw yourself with Splat and Seymour reading a book. All right? Okay, boys and girls, I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.